Let me tell you something. GLP-1s didn't make people stop eating, but it did turn restaurants into Costco samples with table service now, didn't it? Yes, it did. And guess who's losing? Skinny people. Skinny people who live off leftovers. We're done. The era is finished. Do you realize, thanks to your GLP-1s, I may not exist in a year? That's on you. Where's Sarah McLachlan singing In the Arms of the Angel? Ain't nobody doing telethons for skinny people that are withering up and dying thanks to GLP-1s. We should have like a day for ourselves, a day for people that are withering away because they're not getting leftovers thanks to GLP-1s. Maybe there's a run. A run's always a good idea. We can have t-shirts that say Save Skinny People, any of that. But no, nobody's thinking about it. Now we live in this Ozempic economy. Naturally, skinny people are going to lose. The freeloaders, the plate finishers, hey, you gonna eat that? Community, us, all of us, my peeps, for decades. It's how we live. We've survived by absorbing the excess food from society. You needed us. We kept the process working. Have you noticed now we have a cattle shortage? Was there a cattle shortage before when we just ate at will? No, there was not. Why? Because you had people like me eating the leftovers and my skinny brethren, and we were able to survive. We were able to, sometimes we even got, where we needed GLP-1s just because we ate too much. It's all right. It's okay to admit, but it's not fair what's happening in front of us. Because let me tell you, used to, my main girl go on a diet. Okay, I knew I was going to lose a few pounds. It's all right. I had a couple winter extra ones to get rid of anyway. She's going to go on a diet. I never know what it was going to be either. Sometimes it was meat, sometimes no meat, sometimes eggs and bacon, sometimes no eggs and bacon. Sometimes we're just eating fiber cookies. I never know what we were going to be eating, but either way, I figure I can survive on anything because I got love. When you're living on love, it don't take much. Ask Alan Jackson. He'll tell you. 1 week later, we're going to have a cheat day because you know how you do, and you're going to bring in a bag of tacos and some chicken and some cookies and some cake and some ice cream and some pancakes for breakfast, and this is a cheat day. 14 pancakes later, I'm good for another week of starvation while we eat avocados and clean our teeth with toothpicks or some such nonsense that's going to help you lose weight this particular time. This is how skinny people survived. We went to work and we fed off what? Off your lunch leftovers when you brought them back. You could look at me and tell that I was withering because my girl was clearly on a diet. How did you know? Because it's January. Every girl's on a diet. Now we all look like this. Our side look, it's not good. Like, it's a bad time for skinny people. And now you compound that interest with GLP-1s. And it's just the end. It's an annihilation on skinny people. Because here's what happens. We don't even order the same anymore. GLP-1 people, y'all order. You get a half portion, you eat 3 bites, you feel full, you box it up, you take it home, and you eat it again tomorrow? That's a foul. That's where things go wrong. That's a double theft. You've now taken from society twice. You've killed the people you live with, all to feel better about yourself, and what you're doing is ruining it for somebody else. You see, this is big. I'm trying to hold back my level so that you realize that I'm not trying to overplay this, because I'm not. Skinny people are watching leftovers get 401k'd. It ain't right. It just ain't. It's a great thing about going to restaurants, and man, everybody just screwed the pooch. We don't get no lunch leftovers. We get nothing. Used to, if I worked in an office, 4 or 5 nice ladies, the sales team, they'd be like, Bud, he must not get nothing to eat. The poor guy's skinny. They'd all come back from lunch, half in the bag, because that's what salespeople do when they go to lunch. They're almost painters. Come back from lunch. Next thing you know, I'm full up. Sometimes I'd have leftovers from their leftovers. So I had lunch tomorrow. It was great. I survived making $50,000 a year, and I was living fat city. I mean, it was nice. Now I get nothing. Nobody's got leftovers that they haven't prepared for and they haven't got a plan for. It's a hostile environment for thin people. I'm just saying, and the drug companies created it. It's not on humanity. This is on drug people. Just is what it is. No more leftovers for me. Restaurants, you see this? Oh, let me stop for a minute. The whole restaurant world is like, you know what? If they're not going to eat as much, we could reduce the portions. Now, if you've been living in the good old USA for a minute, you know one thing. We don't have an eating problem, we have a portion problem. Everywhere you go, you get a plate, there's 58 times too much on it, especially the cheaper it gets. Go to Cracker Barrel, take a look at your plate. What's going to be on it? A ton of stuff, because that's what God wants you to have. All of it. He wants you to have a chicken biscuit. You probably going to need some chicken fried steak with the white gravy. Don't come in here with that brown gravy. You put them onions on there. I'm going to be fussing with it all day and heartburn and whatnot. I deserve better than that. So don't come in here with that. It's white gravy only. And if I'm going to have gravy on my taters, I might be willing to go with the brown gravy, but we'll talk about it when we get to that point, because I might not eat taters. I might eat something else. I might eat green beans, do something healthy. It's a new year. It's a new me. Don't hate yet. We ain't got to the second week. On the second week of January, man, I'm more like to sit down and order dessert and then order something for lunch, maybe some French fries. I like a lot of carbs in my diet. So now we move along. Everything's fine. And the restaurants are like, now we're going to change all these portions around. And now to accommodate you as a human, we're going to do this for you. It's about value. That's the way they're pitching it to us. No, it ain't. It's about your shrunken appetites. Olive Garden didn't just wake up and say, you know what America wants, what America really wants down in their heart where it counts. They want less Alfredo. No, because America never wants less Alfredo. That's stupid. You should know better. We always want more Alfredo. Here's what Olive Garden said. Remember when they used to be all like, Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family. You know what I do when I'm with my family? I eat like I'm going to the chair. I eat like it's the last thing I'm going to do this year. I eat. It's what I do. You have decided to change the concept. What I liked about you was when I could come in and you had the booze lady there the wine lady, whatever you call it. Anyway, she's over here dropping samples at like 50 cents each. I got $4. I'll get tanked here. I don't drink. This is fun for me. Everybody, sample this, sample that. Sure, I'll sample 2 of those sangrias. Why don't you drop them off over here? Happy hour. Then I could just get fattened up on pasta, and then I could leave. Now, they're all like, you're here, you're family, but we're going to shrink the family size. Y'all done made decisions on my behalf, testing smaller portions. You hear that? They're testing smaller portions. That's what Olive Garden is doing to America, thanks to GLP-1s. But I have great news. Unlimited breadsticks are still included. Yo, that's not a menu change. That's marriage counseling. I know what's going on here. That's Olive Garden saying, listen here, honey. If you eat 2 bites of this chicken parm, you can drown the rest of your sorrows with the bread. Unlimited breadsticks are now the nicotine patch of dining. It's got to stop. Things are changing in front of me, and I'm not going to have it. I used to like going to Olive Garden. I'll take the chicken scampi, yeah. Oh, do I want the unlimited salad and breadsticks? No, but I will take the Zuppa Toscana today because, 1, it makes me feel real intelligent to say it, and 2, you probably figure after I said it properly that I've got, at bare minimum, a PhD in something. That's where we're at. So I'll take the Zuppa Toscana. Even it really is. Listen, them Italians ain't stupid. Throw sausage in there, throw some taters in there, throw something green in there that resembles something healthy, and call it a soup. Way to go, Italy. So I'll get the soup, and then I'm going to get the chicken scampi. I love the chicken scampi. It makes me happy. You know what I liked about the chicken scampi? Because when I was there, I was family. I got a real portion of it, but not now. We're going to cut the size. Oh, you think Chipotle's not going to jump in? Oh, they can't get on the bus fast enough. Here's what they're offering. $4 protein cups. Where's this going to end? $4 protein cups. Boy, that's not a meal. That's fuel. That's astronaut stuff when they go out to fix stuff on the satellites and all. That's survival. That's not enjoy food. I'm here for enjoy, not survival. I'm not an astronaut. That's not what I'm doing. Menus are getting smaller and they're getting judgmental. I don't like to be judged by a menu or a restaurant. Notice some of them say high protein. Some say high fiber. Some say low interest and joy. I mean, they all got something they say. You get my point? Yeah, that's what's happening. You're not ordering food anymore. You're selecting a setting. I'll take the grilled chicken, emotionally detached. Thank you. It's that. That's where we're at right now. That's the state of society thanks to GLP-1s. And don't think I'm just wound up about this because it don't matter, because it does. Do you remember a time in the good old US of A when you ordered off the kids menu, you were embarrassed? Yeah, because even kids back in the day were all like, yeah, I don't want that Happy Meal, man. I'm like, son, you're 4. Dad, I don't need that, man. I need a tattoo, too. See, it was different back then. Now, it's an aspirational goal. It's a 2026 thing. Let me order from the kids menu. You been to Dave's Hot Chicken lately? $1 billion company? Literally call it a mini slider. They call it Dave Zempic. That's not marketing, bro. That's peer pressure. Come on. We got to tighten up a little bit. I know we're all trying to get healthy, but dang, GLP-1s did not kill restaurants. Just turned them into snack meetings, and that's different. I ain't down with that. Skinny people are about to need support groups. Love that skinny person in your life. Help them. Order something you don't need and feed them. They're counting on you. Where's Sarah McLachlan? In the arms of the angel? Sally Struthers? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody going to support skinny people. Okay, I know where we're at now. Let me tell you what I know today, too. If we haven't talked about this on this program, I'm a meteorologist, and you know what that means. Not much in a lot of places, especially in Phoenix, Arizona. They don't care, because we don't really get weather in Phoenix, Arizona. We just get things that happen, then they go away. We get weather in places like Oklahoma. Now, see, everyone needs a meteorologist, a personal meteorologist friend if you live in the state of Oklahoma. You know what I found out about the state of Oklahoma today? That we have overtaken Florida as the lightning capital of the United States in 2025. Come on now. Give me some of that. All right, that's a lot. It's a lot of clap. Let's back it down a little bit. All right. Number 1, that's big. Lightning capital of the United States for 2025. Way to go, Oklahoma. Now, it's based on lightning strike density. I'm going to tell you, as a meteorologist, if there's anything that I study a lot, it's lightning strike density. Not really. How many lightning strikes occur per square mile? That's not sheer numbers, right? So Oklahoma recorded about 73 lightning flashes per square mile in 2025, barely edging out Florida's long-held lead. County, OK, is where the highest lightning concentration in the entire U.S. is, with 123 flashes per square mile. I'm reading those. Those are facts. It's not stuff I'm making up. It's a big deal. Oklahoma is number 1. It is always good to see Oklahoma, which is sometimes referred to as a flyover state. It's always good to see Oklahoma excel at something. In Kake County, that's impressive. It's good to see you achieving and reaching for goals. Louisiana had a chance, but no. Nay, you say. Kansas, get out of here. Oklahoma is the big winner. Now, you know things are bigger in Texas. They had the most total lightning strikes. I mean, the place is 5 times the size of everywhere else. Their density was lower. Well, again, it's 5 times bigger than everything else. So I want you to take a minute to take that in. If you're not from Oklahoma, you need to celebrate your Oklahoma friends. This is a win. Oklahoma doesn't get much. I want you to think about this. When do we talk about Oklahoma? Usually in other states? We don't. But if we do, we're going to talk about Oklahoma in the way that everyone talks about Oklahoma. After the bad weather happened, did you see that weather in Oklahoma? That's what every other state says about Oklahoma. But I want you to take a minute and I want you to celebrate the work that's been put in here to name Oklahoma the lightning capital of the U.S. Lightning capital, I'm going to tell you, just sounds kind of like a theme park. Now, can you imagine what we've got to do? I think someone, who's in charge in this building of calling Governor Mike Stitt? Someone call him up today and let's start getting some billboards made right at the state line, no matter which state you come from. We'll put it up. Oklahoma, come for the barbecue, stay for the electrocution. Come on, Governor, get these things printed up. You got to market while the marketing is hot. We are the lightning capital of the United States of America. This has got staying power. Trust me, I've been marketing for a long time, and I'm a meteorologist. You can call me, text me, whatever you need, Governor Stitt. I'm here to help you. We are now the lightning capital of the United States, and you have to celebrate. Congratulations to us, I guess. That's not really an award you campaign for. That's something the sky just hands you. But you got to accept it for what it is. You have to celebrate. I feel like it's only fair, too, to let you know that there are some benefits that come along with that title. And I had to think about this for a while because, I've never lived in a state. Well, I lived in Florida for a little while, but I was young. I didn't live in the lightning capital of America. I certainly wasn't on the marketing team like I am on this one. And I got to thinking the benefits of being the lightning capital of America. We don't have fireworks shows anymore. We don't need them. We just look at the sky and we go, yeah, that'll do. 4th of July is basically a weather event anyway. So there's more benefits being in the lightning capital of America. Umbrellas are decorative. They're a mindset. If you're using them during the storm, that's optimistic, not protection. Just know that. You have to know that in Oklahoma. More benefits of being in the lightning capital of America. Every dog in Oklahoma has a PhD in meteorology. That's a fact. You'll be standing there like, it's probably fine. Meanwhile, your dog is under your bed calling right now about a missing person report on you. They know what's up. Dogs get it. You got to know if you live in Oklahoma. It ain't like wherever you live. We're not checking the forecast. We are checking our fate. That's different. Oklahoma's awesome, though. Home insurance becomes more of a conversation in Oklahoma than a policy. It kind of becomes this sigh. They don't really quote your prices either. They're just like, oh, that's it. That's what you get. Again, benefits of being the lightning capital of America. Tall things get anxiety. Trees, light poles, that one friend who's 6'7", he's not going to make it as long as you. You know that. Benefits of being in the lightning capital of America. Outdoor events feel like dares. Weddings, ball games, cookouts. Nothing says romance like, if anyone objects, say I do. Hurry up, get your stuff. Let's go. If you've ever been to Oklahoma, ask somebody. Basically, ask anybody. From Tulsa, I've heard this story 100 times. Ask about the wedding that got ruined by the weather. And then sit down. Get you a Barg's root beer or a cold beer, whatever you prefer, and enjoy that conversation because it's going to be a long one. More benefits being in the lightning capital of America. Power outages do not cause panic anymore. They cause familiarity. Okay, we're lighting candles again. That's cool. You develop a very respectful relationship with Chief Mike Collier and MCWX. You don't scroll past alerts. You read them like legal documents. That's living in Oklahoma. But that's not the biggest benefit of being in the lightning capital of America. You learn really fast that being the lightning capital is not a flex. That's a warning label. Listen, I love Oklahoma. What a great place. An incredibly beautiful place. But it's got an angry side. But every place does, though. Where are you going to live that don't have an angry side? I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina. I survived Hurricane Hugo. It was angry when it showed up. The seas were angry, my friend. It was a rough day. I'm just saying. If you're going to live in California, well, you can lose stuff. It just falls off into the ocean. Things start shaking. Things don't just start shaking in a lot of places. That's a California thing. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. It gets hot. It gets really hot. Things just die. I mean, it just gets hot. So there's nowhere you can really live in the USA without some sort of consequence. What about Michigan? It's cold. We can do this all day. I've looked at all of them. I'm a meteorologist. I know what happens in all the states. I try to pick the one that best suits me. I like it hot. I like it sunny. That's why I'm in Phoenix. I love Oklahoma. Same thing. Also, I have bad allergies East Coast, so the further west I get, the best I've ever felt. And you don't get much better than Oklahoma. But when you get a little further out west, you get over here to Phoenix, you feel a lot better. Your head clears up. You don't have to use as many of those allergy pills, which is kind of nice. So when I'm scrolling on my phone and I'm looking down, I feel like you're probably the same way. You scroll through and you see these video headlines or these story headlines if you're on, a Facebook page or an Instagram page, and you instantly make a decision, right? You do that based solely on the headline. I feel like I might be like you. When I read the headline, here's my response. Headline, smart comment that we don't need, but I'm going to say it anyway. And then I'm going to decide whether it's a go or I'm passing. So that gets me to this. Based solely on the headline, Raiders' Pete Carroll is one and done after a miserable season in Las Vegas. Didn't read it. But it turns out gum-chewing optimism does not beat organizational chaos. Also, Vegas and stability have never met. Could be more to it. I wouldn't know. I stopped reading. I was scrolling. I saw the headline. Coldplay Kiss Cam HR Kristen Cabot on 16 seconds that ruined her life. Didn't read it. But 16 seconds is a long time when it's crystallized in HD. And Coldplay has ruined a lot of things. But Kristen, I get that this feels personal. Could be more to it. I wouldn't know. I stopped reading. I saw this headline. This city has the worst bed bug problems in the U.S. with the most hotel infestations. Didn't read it. But those aren't infestations. Those are longtime residents. If a hotel has heat, plumbing, and hope, Chicago bed bugs have long since found it. Could be more to it. I wouldn't know because I stopped reading. This could be my favorite headline of the day. Kim Kardashian's kid. The headline read, Northwest 12 shows off new nose bridge piercing, blackened teeth, and a 106-carat diamond pennant. I didn't read it. But at this point, Northwest isn't growing up. She's leveling up, right? Blackened teeth and a 106-carat diamond? That sounds like a concept album from Kanye. That's what happens when your allowance can destabilize a small country's economy. I mean, there could be more to it. I wouldn't know because I didn't read it. And the final headline for today, Jennifer Lopez. If you want my love in 2026, You'll have to earn it. Didn't read it, but J-Lo talking about love like it's a government contract. Earn it sounds to me like there's a handbook, probably a dress code, and exit interviews will be conducted. That may be your struggle, J-Lo. Could be more to it. I wouldn't know because I didn't read it, and that's usually where I stop scrolling. That's the show. I didn't read it, but I felt it, and that's all that matters. Thanks for spending time with us. I'm Bud like the beer, Ford like the truck, at Bud Ford Comedy.